Today we're going to have some fun. I'm glad to be back streaming a little bit more. Hopefully things are much more clearer this time. Today, as you can see, I got myself a nice, fairly scuffed up, hey Hyper, how are you doing? DMG. I've already taken the port, the connector port out. I haven't done much testing on these. These are fairly damaged. I don't know if this works. I've tried most of everything else, but it's not worth it. I might as well check that once I've finished the upgrade, then if I need to replace these, because not being able to trade with Pokemon when I have, I think, 3 Game Boy Colors now, losing it on this doesn't matter. But what we're going to be doing is I have actually 2 of these. One, I'm just going to be changing the shell, but because I want to keep the dot matrix screen, because I kind of like the OG screen. This is the one that I think we're going to be keeping the screen as long as it's all clear, and we are putting it in a pearlescent, and you'll probably see it better when I take this out, shell. The other one, I will be updating the screen to a backlit with brand new stuff, which I'll show you, and that'll go into the clear pearlescent one, which you can see a little bit of the shine through the bubble wrap. So hopefully this come out really great. First things first, let's test this out. Now, I've got 2 games to test out. Reason for this is, most people believe there is 2 to 3 generations of Game Boy games. There is in fact 4. There is the original DMG, there's colored DMGs, which tend to be games like this, the black ones, or Pokemon. As everyone knows, Pokemon had red and blue and yellow. The reason for the coloring was to denote generations. It's probably why Nintendo doesn't do colored shells anymore, which I think is a bit of a waste. It's a really cool idea. But there's technically DMG, DMG2, Game Boy Color, which is the clear ones with the pop out here, not the pop in. These ones will be popping in, I'll show you in a second. And then obviously Game Boy Advanced. And just to show you, so you see how this goes inside, the color ones pop outwards, so they have a bump going up. But let's test these 2 out, see if this thing works. It has been finicky with me. It's why it's been opened. I wanted to test it out and check it. But yeah, let's test it, see how it goes. I probably should do, since I have 2 different types of batteries. Both this one and the other one have had power issues, but I think that's more the shell being warped than actually problems with the Game Boy Color. And I don't know how it's going to turn out on the... Oh, that's looking good. I think I have the sound on. Yep. Perfect. So the other thing is, you notice how there's a little tab here? The Game Boy Colors don't have this hole, so you cannot put a Game Boy Color cartridge into a DMG. So that's the reason why we have those little breaks there, and the Game Boy Color. I wish I had a Game Boy Color like right here to show you, but yeah. That's also looking good. Alright, this is like really good. I'm really happy with this. And we're about to get some. Obviously you can't see it properly because DMG screens aren't designed for that. But yeah, that's looking good. So, let's gut this thing apart. Get out the parts we need and use it. I will be replacing almost everything on this. So these buttons, which aren't actually too bad. There's a bit of cuts and nicks on them, but this is all going to be put aside. Now, I already did this, and yes, I'm taking this out the wrong way because it's actually stuck at the top. As I said, this thing's been a little warped. So, you take your tri-point. I think this is, no, that's not the tri-point. The tri-point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tri-points are the specific Nintendo type screws. Yep. You pull this apart very gently. So unlike like the Game Boy Colors, this is very much like this. You see the ribbon here? That you got to just gently pull and it pops right out. So essentially, DMGs come with 2 separate boards, unlike everything that came after it. I believe... Actually, I haven't looked much into Game Boy Pockets. I might need to work on a Game Boy Pocket. This is actually the first DMG I've actually popped open and looked at, so I might be a little bit not so confident with this as others, but this is essentially where, you know, the game goes in, or the memory, or the operating system, or lack thereof, but, you know, the stuff that checks the game, runs it. This is speaker, buttons, and screen. And this obviously connects to the screen. That's plastic, so I didn't scratch that if you heard the squeaking. That was plastic on plastic. Obviously, for the one I'm going to be keeping with the original screen, I want this as is. The main thing I want to do is pop this one open and see if the screen is damaged or if it's just the shell that's been burnt out. Because if the screen is bad, I might need to open the other one and use the screen from that one. So we'll put this to the side. This one will have 10 normal Phillips head screwdrivers. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm counting 9. Did I miss one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is it? I thought it was 10, unless I'm missing something. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, it is 10. Okay. Like I said, I haven't worked on these, so I wasn't very sure. Now, I believe the new case comes with its own screws. So I'm going to put these aside anyway, but technically speaking, I will be... Do I need a stronger Phillips head? Because these are designed... There we go, yeah. Because these are all designed for the Game Boy games, so I don't know why one of them is just too small, but that's why I have multiples. So obviously this is just going to be a very boring unscrewing, but not as bad as the N64, which has like, what was it, 15 to 20 screws in the shielding alone. Come on. Now, from what I understand, popping these out might be a little difficult because there is a bit of adhesive between the screen and the shell, but that's usually the case with all of these. The Game Boy Color ones, if I remember correctly, you just need to sort of warp it and it pops out. Not for this case. This one you just go to gently pull up until it releases. That screw came out at the perfect timing. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 4 more. Yep. Now, as I said, I'm holding on to these just in case the replacement shell doesn't come with these. I assume it does because I do see a bag with the stuff, but I haven't opened any of it yet. So we need to open it up, separate the screws, figure out which screws are what, and then work from there. And obviously these can be put aside and reused if I ever do another repair job on these. I have plenty of spare parts now from this and from the other one. Alright, so yep, watch out, you want to be careful for the speaker. Yep, I can hear the plastic sort of peeling. Come on. Do a little bit of twisting, but be gentle. I might need to... There we go. There it is. Screen's out. That's the inside. You see the adhesive around the edge. This goes into a box. I'll put it just here for now. That's not too bad. Does need a bit of a clean. I might need to figure out a way to clean this because it is fairly dirty. Let's get some glass cleaning. It's a bit much. Let's try and dilute it. I'm hoping that's not a scratch up there. know this is boring, but I want to make sure this screen is good, because again, I'm going to be reusing this. So what I'm going to do actually is let's pop the batteries back in. I know I just spent all this time taking them out. Reconnect it without the damaged lens and see how it does. I'll put the game in. Let's go back to Wario Land. So this, just like how it came out, you just push it back in. Let me get myself in a position where I can do it safely. Yep, like that. Oh, nothing. Is it battery or is it? There we go. Ah, a little distortion. It's not. That could just be because of me opening it. I do want to make sure it works properly in this state. This was the kind of problems I was getting before. Yeah, this is the issue I was having before. It would only happen with this Wario Land game. I'm hoping it's something I can check and fix. I'm guessing I might need to check the pins on the back of this, the ones that connect to the game. See, this is working with the second gen. Obviously, the buttons I'm not going to be able to work with. Alright, so this screen... yeah, the screen looks good. I think I'm okay with using this. Yeah, I don't see any burnt pixels. I don't see anything like that. Just doesn't like Wario Land 2. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. It was working a second ago. Did not bring my IPA with me. I'm wondering if it's literally just this cartridge has problems. Yeah, we'll see what happens after I pull it apart and put it into the new case. Good old blow. Try it one more time. Because it was working before. Nah. Alright. As I said, I have a feeling it's the shell, not the circuits, but I won't know until I see the back of this thing. So let's yank this out. Put this here. This one's a lot simpler. If I take out the batteries, it's a lot simpler. Actually, give me a moment to get some IPA. I might need to clean that speaker since we are reusing it. Won't be a moment. I have returned with IPA. Now, what I actually will do is, I'll spray the tip of a Q-tip. Ooh, I don't know if you can see that. Alright, I thought I've cleaned all my games. I forgot one. That is not common of me. So just scrubbing it with an IPA sprayed Q-tip. That might be what's been going on. Sorry, I'm under the impression I've cleaned everything. Now, again, sprayed it with some IPA. Now this you want to be very gentle with. I do have spares, so I'm not too worried, but you don't want to bust the film. But I do want to pick up as much of that grease and dirt and grime. It's not been sprayed right. Give it a couple of sprays this time. Get it nice and wet. No one take that out of context. So I tend to go around in circles, just gently trying to pick up the dirt. You don't need to be perfect. I just like to make sure that when I do something like this, I give it a clean. But this one's actually not too bad. I'm going to spray the other end a little bit more as well and give that game another scrubbing. I've heard opening these up and using a white eraser is really good. And I've seen actually I haven't seen mixed results. I've seen nothing but good results with that, and it's kind of weird. So I'll try and move this to the side so you guys can see. So this one, very easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I realize why I'm confused. All right, let's take these out. Once again, that one's not fitting right. There we go. Oh, this one's also a little bit... Do I need an actually proper Phillips head for these, not the Nintendo ones? Nope, that other one's just a little bit frayed. Okay, I'll work with the frayed one in a second. Let's get the ones that do work out. Yeah, so a little bit stiff because probably never been removed. I don't want to fray the screws obviously, so I'm going a little bit gentle. If I need to get something bigger, I will. There we go. These are not liking my normal screwdrivers. I probably should invest in better ones than these. That's something I'm gonna possibly work on. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe someone has tried tampering with these. Alright, let's see if I got a normal Phillips head somewhere. It doesn't look like I do. Is this a try? That might be one. No, that's a try head. I should have one somewhere here, but my room has been a little bit dirty. Nope, that's a flathead. That should be one. Another mini one. There we go. That worked better. But this one is pretty bad. But nothing, a little bit of strength might not be able to fix. I'm probably going to bin this screw, so I'm going to put this one aside. Because this one's been frayed bad. Just need to get it up enough that I can do that. There we go. Yeah, I'll get rid of that. Alright. Then, once again, pop it out. So here's the inside of the back. Shielding to protect the cartridge. 4 screws, which I'm not going to deal with. The contacts for the terminals, which I don't need to pop out right now. I can just put this aside. Not going to be doing anything with this because I don't need to do anything with this. More or less, yeah, these are all spare parts. This is what I care about. The contact can go away because I do have a new one. So, we have new lens, new membranes. Here are the contacts for the new shell, the cover for the new shell. Now, I'm going to be using these purple metal buttons. I don't know if these will fit in the shell or not. If they don't, I'm just going to have to go use the classic black or the ones from the old one if I wish. I do think these will fit in the shell. I'm really hoping because they're very cool looking purple. Then new protector, heatsink, whatever, and pack of screws. So I'm going to move these, and I'm actually going to put these off screen until we need them, but just showing everything. These will probably lead, but I do want to show you guys the shell outside of its, and this thing is gorgeous. It is literally pearlescent. I don't know if you can see it very well. It's got like a rainbow shimmer. I think you see a bit of it there. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely brand new, clean. Obviously, if you look, actually, this might be better. If you can see, there you go. You can compare the inside to the outside. You can see, looks like the blue is coming out more than the pink and red. But yeah, this thing is absolutely gorgeous. First thing, actually, before I do that, I do need to do the screws first. So I'm assuming I'm going to have some spares. I might as well put a pin. Alright, so I need the 6 big long ones, which are going to be, I'm assuming, for the shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I got a bonus one. 7. I got another bonus one. 8. Alright, so I'm going to put those here. I've got a little magnet thing on the side that I'm keeping everything on. Now, the thing I now need to work out is which of these are for the heat and which of these are for the board. Because obviously we have 10 that were in this, and we had the 4 in this, and then we have 4 that go into the heatsink. So I'm assuming these, actually, I think these 4 small ones. Okay, wait, let's see what we have. We have that, that. Looks like 3 of this size. Nope, 4 of that size. And the rest are these tiny little ones. I'm assuming the tiny little ones are heat. Those 4 have to be for the 4 here, because that's the only way I can think of, or they're for the heat sink. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 of these. Where are the... so these were the 10. Using the old ones won't matter because it might not work. I'm going to try... let me look at the size of the... these are pretty small. These are pretty small. I think they are meant to be minis. Because I... oh, what just fell? Oh, yeah, I put that there. I can go back there. Alright. Let's take a look at one of these. No, they're pretty long. Maybe all these are the circuit, these 4 are the heatsink. But I had a feeling the heatsink ones and the 4 were going to be different. Oh, I had a feeling the board ones and the 4 were... oh, I just ripped the freaking threads in this, but that's my bad. Well, probably not. It didn't feel too bad. I need to remember to turn that off. I keep forgetting to turn that off. Alright. So what I'm guessing is these are going to be the heat. That's what these are. So I'll put those here. And these are going to be for the board. I have a feeling it's going to be wrong, but that's the only logical thing I can think of there. Because, yeah. Yeah, I'll find out one way or another. Alright, so, contacts. Two same, one different. That leads me to believe the one different goes at the top here. Let me get this for comparison, because I want to make sure I put them in right. So, this goes in here. And you just slide them in, click. This goes in, yep. Click. And this goes in like that. Click. Very easy. Let's get this here. I don't like putting in like that, but that's the way it pops in. Is it? Again, let me see if I'm right. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I'm doubting myself a little bit, but okay. So I'm going to, assume these 4 longer ones are for these. Now, when doing a brand new shell, you just screw them in because no threads have been made. Obviously, if you guys have watched me before, if you see threads being made, you want to reverse until it clicks into the pre-made thread. Obviously, if something goes wrong, we won't be able to see it, which is good. I can't put this in until these are in. So if this is wrong, I have to undo it. Alright, cool. There's no way to double check. So I tend to go back a little bit because you don't want to be completely tight on plastic. You just want it to hold, right? You don't want it to be so far in that it's cracking and pressing and straining. You literally just want enough pressure from the screw and the plate that it's holding what you need in place. Like, it's not moving. So when you're making something with a new shell, whether it is 3D printed, whatever, plastic with metal, you just want it to be doing its job. You don't want to be absolutely ripping into everything and shredding everything and having everything tight. There we go. Alright, so slide that in. I'm missing something. I'm missing something. I am missing something. What am I missing? 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 Okay, these do not come with that, but these do. Oh, that is a shame. I'm gonna have the black terminals with the... It is what it is. Was this meant to go in first? I think this was meant to go in first. Yeah. I believe like that. Yep. I did want to check this. Looks fine. I think the cartridge was the issue. I do think I just didn't clean this. I do not know how I did that. I usually clean everything. But that looks fairly clean as well. There I go. Yeah, let's just put it in. Do I have this the wrong way around? the other one? Oh. It already came out. Wait, I didn't see this come out. Is that what I dropped? Okay, maybe that isn't the way it sits in. Let's try it. I'll have to put this in as well a little bit. Alright. Yeah, that feels right. Yeah, it does, because that back end is the lock. Alright, cool. Again, I've not worked on these before, so I'm being a bit more cautious and careful and, you know, wanting to make sure I don't do anything wrong. These had the 2 and 2. There's meant to be 2 here. Where were the 2 for here? Ah, I see them. Yeah. So let's do the test. Hopefully I didn't get that heatsink wrong, but worst case scenario, we take it out. No, that feels right to me. Perfect. Oh. Here we are. I was wrong. Oh, I was right originally. Now I am wrong. These need long ones. So maybe 2 of these go into... So I'm going to actually put these aside because these already went in and these actually fit. I think I only need to take out 2. I think these 2 have... I think I'm working something out. Let's take 2 of these out, put 2 of these in. Because I think these 4 are for a specific set of threads that have a longer depth. I think these need to be put aside for specific points, and then you use these for everything else, and these for the ones I put to the left for the shell. I don't think all 4 of these go into this. I really do think these were correct for the bottom. I think these are special because I've heard people have had trouble with some of these shells because 2 of the forward ones on this board have not fit right. And I think it's because they've mixed matched. They put 2 long ones for here and then 2 long ones for the front. So I think that's what's going on. I have a very, very gut feeling that that's what's going on. Oh. So now these have been threaded. So since these have been threaded, you guys have seen me do it before. So you go the other way. Till you hear a click, then you go in. Now you do this to preserve the plastic, you do this to preserve the threads. Obviously, if you're not intending to pull anything apart a second or third time, you can just rip the threads as long as it's holding, right? But I tend to do this because it's not that hard to do. Well, these are having some trouble. So I might just have to accept that these are these are going to be stripped a bit. Back a little bit. I forgot to go back a little bit on that one. Yeah, so I think I know what those 4 long ones are for. There we go. That one actually did it. Good job, mate. This one's the good screw. This one, it likes me. A little bit back. So once again, go in reverse. Click. I think that was a click. Again, I don't think I'm ever going to take the heatsink off multiple times. This is the one thing you probably never remove from the... Sorry, that sneeze is still getting to me. This is probably the one thing you're probably never going to remove from the shell. You tend not to want to remove these unless like the shell is absolutely fucked and you need one of the heat protectors for the cartridge. So these being a little bit isn't the worst. Again, slide it. Oh, are you? You turn on without me asking. You did turn on without me asking. How dare you? Let's align you and align you. Cool. Perfect. Put you guys back. Again, I'm going to use the same ones for these. This bottom one here. Because I have a feeling I know what those are for. And if I do, I have some big YouTube modders who I'm going to have to message. Tell them I figured out a dilemma I'm seeing from a lot of people. Now, I didn't know which, I don't remember which models they were using. Click, then go in, and go back a little bit. But yeah, I think I might have solved the issue, which I'm kind of very proud of. Now this one should. There we go. New thread, so it's a little bit new, slightly back. Oh. Oh no, that went in. There it is. Perfect. Probably should clean these since they've got a bit of gunk on them, but no, they're going in fine. A little bit back. Again, just want it to be holding. You don't need it to be tight. I know a lot of people are used to just going rank into a lot of things. Electronics, plastic shells, gaming consoles are a little bit different for that. You don't want to do that with these. Let's actually see if we can get this to work. You know what? Let's do the cursed one. Oh. I am dropping everything. Oh, there it is. The on switch from the original. Knew it'd come out sometime. Oh. Magnet on the speaker isn't the best, but again, I have spare speakers, so I tend to do this upside down because it gives me a bit more leverage to pull up towards me when I push this in. Let's do it. I think it's in. All right. Nope, still got that distortion. I have a feeling that's the game. I really do have a feeling that's the game. It might be worth me opening this thing up and doing a check. Because if this one works... Yeah. Yeah, I have the feeling this thing might be a little bit... You know what? We'll take a little detour and see if I can fix that because it'll be good showing. I do actually have another DMG game here, actually. Power Rangers. Let's give that a whirl. Yeah, so looks like that game's a bit mangled. I want to just hear the music. Keep. Alright, enough of that. Alright, looking good. It might be my game, huh? So, let's yank this out again. This we can sort of put to the side now. I will leave the batteries in. Yeah, I'll leave the batteries here. I'll take one out, actually. I'll just take one out to not cause any issues. The thing I need to test, so we've got the lens. Now, modded lenses are going to be different. I think this is the original. So what I want to do is, I'm going to have to stick it in. You know what? Let's do it. Because I can pop these out again. These do come off. I just don't like doing it. Because obviously it affects the adhesive. Oh, this is on fairly aggressively. I guess it makes sense. I want to peel the... There we go. I'll keep that here because I might need it. There we go, and I'm just going to do this. Just slide it in. Oh, no. Bad RLS. Bad RLS. I forgot the most important parts. No, don't go back in. I should have done this first, but live and learn from my mistake. So, buttons. Now, I'm wondering if these... Okay. No, they're not the right size. Or I'm putting them in wrong. I'm really hoping for the purple metal buttons. Oh no, there they go. I do think you need to use the membranes on the bottom ones. I think so. And let's... So if we do this... Nope. I don't know how those would work without membranes. I'll put those in with the purple worst case scenario. Do these not use membranes? Maybe these aren't right for this. That could be... Wait. Is this... Oh, I took those. Do I have a spare membrane? Oh, yeah, I opened... Oh, I have a spare pack. Huh. That's fine. These go away. I have a spare pack of these. Huh. Not gonna say no to that. So these take the membranes. I have to assume the buttons do as well. Well, let's test it out. Shouldn't be too hard. That the wrong way. Sorry, guys. I do try and... Something I am doing bad habit of is focusing on my point of view. So... Do I have any membranes that are meant for that? That's what I'm wondering now. No, they're all the same. Obviously these won't fit in because these are supposed to be fully. So will they even contact? Alright, well, let's give it a go. I will only put... I'm going to only put one screw in here, because I just want it to hold while I test it. So let's put that one in. And I only just realized that, yeah, the speaker popped in on its own. That's usually not the case. I got very lucky there. Let's put this one here. You know what? Let's try here. I'll put two in, then one at the top, one at the bottom. Why are these not threading? Are those the ones that aren't the right ones? Did I just pick the two that aren't the correct ones? Just by happen chance? Because there's no other screws, so these have to be the ones that go into these. The hell? Alright, something's going on there. Let's work it out. Hello, Binks. Okay. Huh. So let's put that back on. These are the only ones that can go into these. Yeah, they do. Okay. So something wrong with the circuit board when I put it in? No. Yeah, these... The other buttons are fine. Oh, I just touched the screen. Look. These aren't right. So, how would I make this work? I do have plenty spares of these. Including the old one. Oh, that's dirty. Maybe if I cut some of these and put them in as membranes. But why did these not come with membranes? That's what I'm confused about. Like, again, I could just not put the start and select ones. You know what? I'm going to get something, and I'm going to do a little bit of experimenting with. So, since I have some spares of these, let's see if cutting up a bit of these will work. So I'm on the shorter side because I don't want to overdo it. Nope, needs a little more. At this point I'm just shaving, not completely butchering. Because they're fairly solid, so it's not a bad move. Might be a little bit. Let's just do a little bit. That was a bad one. That is fine, as long as it works. Hope I didn't go too low this time. Nope, that feels right. Let's chuck it all in. Yeah, they feel a lot better now. Now let's get everything to screw in. There we go. We'll just have that one in for now. Oof. Look how beautiful that is. One of them feels a little bit... Yeah, the one I shredded a bit much. Though I also know it's not completely screwed in, so that could easily be the case. Let's try it out. Oh yeah, I gotta be careful that doesn't come out. Alright, let's test this out with the cut up membrane, and then I'll know how to do the other one. Yeah, that's been bent a little bit. So that's just the ribbon cable for the screen. Alright. Oh, I might have adjusted this by accident. No. Oh yeah, it is the contrast. Sorry, let me just... Oh, that's the volume. What am I doing? Contrast is this one. Wrong side. There we go. Alright. Press start. Now I need a game that uses select. B's not working. Okay, let's get into an actual game, mate. I think the game would use all the buttons. Okay, B's working. So left, right is working, so I'm assuming up's going to be working. So pause works. I don't know what select does. Oh, I lost. So I think I have to pick someone else now. No? Okay, so what is... Alright. I don't know how to test the select button. Okay. I think it's fine. I'm not too fussed about it. The button that was the most worrisome was the one that was fine as well. So I'm not too fussed about that. Screen looks clean. Everything else looks clean. It's not screwed in, so feeling a bit of looseness was fine. I need to look up if any of these games that I have on the desk have a select mode. If anyone in chat can look up Power Rangers and see if the select and up button does anything in the game, would be good. Otherwise, I think I'm just going to put this thing back together. Like, it's not the most egregious. Yeah, these are going to be a pain, it looks like. So obviously you want to get the aim right coming in from the top when you screw them in. Problem is, because I don't want it to press too much on the buttons and the screen, I like to come in from a sideways angle a little bit, so I can not put pressure on the actual buttons. But it looks like all of these are right. I might have a problem then, because if it didn't give me extras, I've used 2 of these. I guess I can just take them out. No, that didn't go in right. There we go. Obviously, ideal world, these would be pre-threaded, but that's just not always manageable for companies, especially because it means someone's going to have to thread them. That person's going to do it manually for each freaking part, and that's just going to be an expense slash another layer of the printing line. We're just sending them in and having us do it is cheaper, more efficient, but it also means that, yeah, I get a bit paranoid with something like this. Is the only one I've had really much problems with, but as I said, as long as the thing's in comfortably and there's not much movement, you can basically feel comfortable. This one actually might need to go in a little bit more, I think. Yeah, that one was a bit loose. And obviously I'm not working with the best equipment because I'm that kind of person. It's just the way I am. I go with what I have. Alright. That was... No, I've got enough. Only 2 left. Okay, so don't know what those are for, but I saw a lot of people having trouble with a couple of these going in. Or maybe I'm not using the new screen. I'm using an old screen. I'm keeping this thing original. That might be the issue. So when I do that other mod next, that might be the case. Alright. Oh, that thing looks so good. This thing looks so good. Try not to damage the shell. Like, I love this thing. Okay, let's get this back in. Flatten that out. Now I do have to take the batteries out. Oh, this has the battery issue as well. It just doesn't like this slot here. Huh. There we go. Let's finish this up. This one's the tri-wing. This one I need to remember to use the tri-point. Tri-point. Keeps it. I'm not the only one that makes that mistake. Yeah, let's try these ones first. Connection is back. So if you're watching the YouTube, you probably had the time skip. I was up to screwing in the tri-points. Right, that one went in. I'm not going to go fully into it just yet. It's a bit of both still a bit loose. What's going on here? That's better on this side. Oh shit. No, it's looking fine. Let's just... Again, I know it's an added hassle, but pre-threading would solve a lot of what I'm having trouble with right now. Try not to go too hard because I don't want to damage anything. But sometimes you're in that position where sometimes you do got to go hard, sometimes you got to go soft, and it's about figuring out what and when those times are. See, like there, I was too soft. I'm feeling resistance here, but it's obviously not in right. I'm also not putting the freaking screw in right sometimes, as you're hearing. Right, let's try and put these bottom ones in as well. Oh, this is a magnetic one. What's going on, computer? Is everything fine? Guys in chat, if you're seeing stuff, let me know. I'm not... I think I'm getting to the point where I'm about to just go to my provider, F off. Just gonna keep going with this because... I'm done with the drama. I'll check it out before I do the second one. Reconnect. Why is it saying reconnect successful? It didn't reconnect. It's not disconnecting. Tech work while doing tech work. Alright, I'm gonna put this like this. I'll edit that. Yep, so we're just finishing up this. Feels right, a little bit back. And let's hope I didn't... Nope, that looks all good at the front. Nice and solid. The select button is a little bit stiff, but I think I can just fix that on the other one. Let's try it out again. I'll do everything a bit more accurate this time. Where did this go? I put it up here. Yeah, let's just chuck that in. Just protect that. Yeah, let's do this whole thing. Oh, that... No, it's right. Just doesn't feel right. So I'm going to put this because I do want to see the screen. So obviously I'm testing. Yep, left, right, roll, jump, up, start. Select did do something? Yeah, I can't test up or select at the moment. But I'll have to do that later. Oh, worst comes to worst, I'll open it up. Yeah. But you can do this. They're not... Actually, these aren't too expensive, but as I said, I tend to use flashcards and put the games I own onto them because I don't like damaging the thing. I just have these ones here because I obviously want to test. You know what? Let's give the cursed one another go. Nah. Right. Yeah, I'm pretty tempted to pull this open and do it. Alright, so that's done with the one I wanted to just keep the original screen, and it looks really cool, really clean. This shell is absolutely beautiful. I love these buttons with it. You can see it's already smudging, but that's because it's on right. Everything feels solid. I just love the purling shine on it. So I think this came out really good, and I'm really happy with this. Obviously, let's take the batteries out, move stuff aside, this way. So it looks like this top end on this tends to be a bit sticky, so this one does come out a bit awkward. I didn't know that about the DMGs. But this is complete, this is beautiful, and this is my first DMG mod. Not mod, refurbish. Let me know what you guys think. Well, let me think. Do you like this? I picked the purple because I wanted it to be sort of reminiscent of the old DMG purple. The buttons from this, sort of a bit more reminiscent. So I'm very happy with that. But that's number one done. I'm gonna put it in this just because I like protecting it. I'll have it on display later. Let me know what you guys thought of that one.